the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New. I gotta do it in foot, Mama. I gotta do it in foot, Mama. Because I was with you.
Oh my God.
I gotta do it
You gotta turn it.
because I was with you. Because I was with you.
Papa is a bird watcher, so this is a really big moment. Today is January 4th, 2023. It is 2:28 a.m. New subscribers, welcome. I have a lot of tweets to share with you. I just finished edit a video. I wanted that to be out of the way before I could start the video. All right, so I have this one. There were a lot of stuff going on yesterday, so what I did here is that I sort of break down the tweets into categories. The first one, which I'll be talking about, which is what's on the screen, Diana. It's only one, just that one. And then the next group that I'm gonna go over is Anderson Cooper. And then the next, I only have 4 tweets on that. And the next one, I have 10 of it where they want Harry to stay quiet. And the last one, oh no, not the last one. And I have 4 tweets regarding the book release. It may not be exactly about book release, but it's sort of related to the release of the book Spare. And then the last one is some miscellaneous things, TikTok and something about Archwell. Okay, so I think in total, I think I have at least 20 or 21 tweets total. Hopefully I could fit it all in one video. So let's get started. This is the first one, Diana. Diana has been dead 26 years, but her grip on the title Princess of Wales still remains. Catherine looks like an imposter, as did Camilla. Okay, that's a thread, so he continue, or she. Care feels like a generation will have to pass William and Harry for her influence on the title to reign. Catherine is graceful, beautiful, etc., but by no fault of hers, she will forever be in Diana's shadow, as will Camilla. Okay, I mean, check it. She wears Diana's engagement rings. That isn't part of the royal connection. She's married to her son, and she bears the title of a woman who the world feels so strongly about. All right, and he continued, she might be able to craft her own identity, but every time we look around her, we will be reminded of Diana. It sort of makes sense. Okay, so there's a comment here that insert here. For your information, Camilla was never Princess of Wales. Wait a second. The title of Prince of Wales, it's reserved to the heir apparent, right? Wasn't Charles was heir apparent to the throne, so which he has. The same thing with Harry. Okay, Harry is Duke of Sussex, therefore Meghan is Duchess of Sussex. Okay, so the Prince of Wales is Charles, and then he married Camilla. Camilla is his wife, current wife now, right? So she automatically become Princess of Wales. Now that, you know, Charles is king, and then I think it moves now to William, which is now the heir apparent. So Catherine is Princess of Wales. So it just passed on. That's my understanding. Yeah, I'm not from over there, but that's my understanding of things. Alright, FYI, Camilla was never Princess of Wales. She never had that title. Yeah, she was. Maybe people didn't call her that way. Alright, but she is. Not now anymore, because now the queen is dead and Charles is the king. So now her title moved to Queen Consort. Right? It suits Catherine well as the wife and mother of Diana's son and children. All right, let's see. There's one comment under it. Okay, he responded. She did Google it. She smartly chose to use Duchess of Cornwall, Diana's less popular title, instead because of the strong association of Diana with the title Princess of Wales. Yeah, I think he's right. Okay, whatever's on the screen, that's it. Okay, yes, dead almost 26 years. Get over it. Catherine is far more stable, and mature than Diana. Are you freaking kidding me? Do these people really look into the history, look into stuff? Princess Diana married into the royal family at a very young age.
I've always been the 18-year-old girl he got engaged to, so...
They abuse her, they try to manipulate her.
In fact, Diana claimed Prince Philip had actually given his blessing to the affair on the eve of a royal wedding, as long as Charles gave marriage to Diana a sporting chance.
My father-in-law said to my husband, if your marriage doesn't work out, you can always get back to her after 5 years, which is exactly...
5 years into the marriage, Diana said she suspected her husband had gone back to Camilla Parker Bowles, and she confronted him about it.
I remember saying to my husband, why this lady around? And he said, well, I refused to be the only Prince of Wales who never had a mistress.
And then maybe she was naive at the beginning, but she was very sharp. She was very smart. Even her thinking, should I marry this guy after what she knows? But because people around her didn't really give her good advice, but her instinct were talking to her.
Morton says just 2 days before the wedding, Diana asked her sisters if she should back out.
And they said to her, too late, Dutch. Your face is on the tea towels now, which is all the souvenir tea towels. You can't chicken.
So now she decided to go along with it based on advice of her own family, sisters or something like that. Okay, as she married into the royal family, she readjusts and adjusts herself.
I don't think I've been given any credit for growth. And my goodness, I've had to grow.
Look what happened at the end. What did she do? She taught herself. Well, not taught herself. She get help for speech.
Told her the princess could use some help with public speaking. A week later, Diana asked to see him in Kensington Palace.
As I went up the stairs to her private room, she came running down. Dum, 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 dum. Hello, Peter. It's this way.
In their first meeting, Settlin says Diana came across as a frightened woman, shell-shocked by a bad marriage and worse publicity. Settlin told her giving good speeches could be a therapy of sorts and a way for a soon-to-be-divorced woman to show her husband and the world that she wasn't frightened and isolated, but strong and independent.
Why isn't what's her name? William's wife don't do that. She can even do a speech when English is her language.
From practitioners, I like just how important the first 5 years of life are for future life outcomes. I suppose in listening to everybody, I suppose that's why this was for me really important. That was, to have this place where we can all come together, whether it's parents or neuroscientists or academics or those working with parents themselves.
Okay, she has plenty of time to learn. Nobody's expect her to be perfect. You lack of something. Guess what? There are people who are master of these particular things you are lack of. So get those people to help you to bring you to a different level from where you are now. Okay, nobody's asking anybody to be perfect, but at least improve. And she has the means to improve. So Princess Diana did that. She improved on herself.
There were times his methods could be a little strange. Like the time he told her to pretend to be a prostitute.
I said, look, imagine you're a hooker. You've been there, you've done that, and you are fine. So go and strap your stuff. Sounds funny, silly now. But
Silly? It sounds scandalous. You told her to imagine that she's a hooker.
it's to imagine you've been at the bottom and you have come out of the gutter and you are fine. And if this wasn't national television, I'd use a couple of other words now to say.
Did you use them with her?
Yeah.
We did all the work, and wow, you came off, and that got you through. Biggest nightmare you've ever been through.
And she delivered the speech, and she felt very confident. I was sort of in her eye line right down the back. And afterwards, as she went back, I walked back because it was very near Kensington Palace where she gave it. She went back in the big limo, but she stopped the limo, opened the door, kicked her leg out and said, "Not bad for a hooker, eh?" And I said, "Yeah, you did it." And her staff were all going, "That's all."
Did you just say hooker?
Yeah.
The speech exercises, the role-playing, the telling of her life story, all were part of Settlin's effort to prepare Diana for the expanded role she imagined for herself.
When they realized she was doing so well on her own without the institution,
Diana's success was at last making a difference. Her daring new style was bringing her closer to people she wanted to help. It was also taking her away from sterile royal life and into a new independent future.
look where she ends up. Okay, we're gonna make sure Harry and Meghan, none of this happened to them. So these things bounce back to whoever's trying to send it. But to compare Catherine with Diana is completely other, I don't know, whatever. Let's see here. What did they say here? Did I finish with it? Okay, yes, dead almost 26 years. Get over it. Catherine is far more stable and mature than Diana was. Catherine is an amazing, talented woman and has shown herself to be an incredible role model. What the F? What has she done? Her freaking charities are closing off. She showed up 8 years.
Thank you. Nice to see you again. I was just looking at, she's been a while since I last visited. So yeah, definitely when things get back to normal, I'd love to come and say hello to the team and everyone down there as well.
I think it was 2012 that you were last here.
No. It only seems like yesterday, Graham. It shows you how quickly time goes.
What the hell? Camilla has been in a friendship, then relationship with Charles for 50 years.
My father-in-law said to my husband, if your marriage doesn't work out, you can always get back to her after 5 years, which is exactly.
5 years into the marriage, Diana said she suspected her husband had gone back to Camilla Parker. But if Diana had hoped to get support from the Queen, she was sorely disappointed. According to the princess, the Queen turned a cold shoulder to her appeal for help. The princess described an emotional scene inside the walls of Buckingham Palace.
And I was sobbing, and I said, what do I do? I'm coming to you, what do I do? And she said, I don't know what you should do. Charles was hopeless, and that was it.
Move on. People have moved on, but these guys, people are inserting themselves on the Sussexes, so we have to tell things how it is. Okay, I'm not saying no one else deserves the title. I'm just saying it's a that she's been dead 26 years, but anyone with that title automatically compared to her. That's pretty true. Okay, let's see here. When the famous of glamorous die young, they become an icon. The ludicrous comparison to Diana that makes me laugh is the one Harry makes with his wife. Okay, we could see where she's going. Okay, Meghan was already her own, had her own platform, her own right, and then it's just that, Harry saw. Okay, Harry saw. Harry is a smart man. All right, let's see what nonsense is she spewing here. Okay, after what's on the screen, that's it. Let's see here. Harry makes with his wife. The spare keeps going about racism due to Meghan being black, but then keeps saying how she's like his white mom. Oh God, no black role model. Whatever. Okay. You somehow figure out a way to shoehorn a mention of Meghan being black into a thread about a different woman that didn't mention her at all. But yeah, sure, no racism there. That's why I'm like, how did Meghan get into this? Camilla was smart. She knew she looked like an imposter, so she eschewed the title. But remember, when KKK first got married, she was hoping to be called princess, not duchess. So no way will she side it up. Alright, so let's move on. Alright, so this one, for some reason, they insert Meghan into it. Now we're getting into Anderson Cooper. Alright, next tweet. So I'm done with Diana. That's the only thing that I came across where the tweet started with mentioning Princess Diana. If any comment under those tweets mentioned Princess Diana, that's completely new to me, but I didn't see that. Okay, these are the ones that I bookmarked. Okay, just a reminder, Anderson Cooper wrote Vanderbilt, The Rise and Fall of an American Dynasty. The thing that I was seeing is that people, after the clip come out of Anderson interviewing Harry, they were going after Anderson. They didn't know who he is. They thought he was just a random, oh my God, just a random person like this. All right, or this one I cannot see. Okay, that's my point. Anderson has been open about the good, the bad, and the ugly about his heritage. He also lost his dad at 10 years old. I think he was a good choice to do the interview. All right, there's 3 comments under that. Also, besides the name Vanderbilt, he didn't inherit any of the wealth. He made name for himself. That is correct. I think he had a brother. What happened to the brother? Did the brother commit suicide or something? He had a brother. I'll look it up what the brother did. I think the brother commits suicide or something. Okay, I'm surprised that British media think they're doing something by writing about his family and also his surrogacy. Anderson have been open about everything. Oh my goodness, his 2 kids are so cute. The older one with beautiful blue eyes. I don't remember the second one. How he looks. I think the first one, yeah, beautiful blue eyes. The first one is probably maybe 2, maybe around. Could it be no, slightly younger than Archie? Probably 2 or 3 or something. And Archie's gonna be 4 soon. There's that, and it's a great read. He's never shied away from his family history. Okay, Anderson's life story. What is it? His mother had already told him he's not going to inherit anything. So he's a millionaire, or probably a billionaire on his own right. All right. So Anderson's life story is an open book in the US, and it has never been discussed as a relation to his life work. I am glad the US journalists get to experience the UK tabloid because they might get an understanding and stop inviting those voters to US TV. Okay, that's a very good point. Okay, yep. Gilded age, newly rich, then later diminished due to greed and mismanagement. I don't know about that. Okay, because he is a Vanderbilt. America is not a cult, so we don't let people tell us how and what to think. Anderson Cooper was a war correspondent. The voter crap is child's play. All right, he is a Vanderbilt. He comes from money. He comes from a known family. If they think they will damage Anderson, they better think again. And his family money was earned not from scamming other people. Alright, so let's go. I don't think he inherits anything, but he has money. So this is something that the royal family kids should learn from Anderson. Even though you come from a family of privilege or of wealth or whatever, create your own. All right, next tweet. Anderson Cooper, quote, "Can you see a day when you will return as a full-time member of the family?" Prince Harry, "No. This 60-minute interview will be delicious, I fear." All right, the thing is that he didn't even think twice. All right, let's listen to it. Even though it's 19 seconds, I'm going to stop in between.
Can you see a day when you would return as a full-time member of the royal family?
Prince Harry has an
He didn't take a few seconds to think. He's like, nope, he's not going back. That was not even part of the thing. And the thing is that he's been telling people the line, okay? Private and public. Public, okay, when he was a working royal, when he's in public doing engagement, that's the public part. That's the business aspect. Private, this is the line, that's the family part. But his own family don't even know how to differentiate this thing. Okay, they mix all of it together. And I think that's the father's fault, because whatever they put in his mind since he was born, I don't think the Queen raised Charles. It's the institution, the man in gray suit, who put nonsense in his head, and then for him to feel like it's the tabloid that needs to make him popular, when in fact all he needed to do was focus on the people. The people. Okay, you make the people happy, you have no problem, no matter how negative things they wrote about you. Okay, as long it's the truth, okay, you have the people to back you up. You make the people happy, they'll back you up. But instead, he rather back up with the tabloid, which is a very few, selective few. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, and then we have William now, who pretty much embodied what the firm wants the people to be, or whoever is gonna be king to be. So William is completely the firm. All right, and Harry was like, nope, I want a separation. But he's done with the firm, but he just wants the family aspect of that. But the thing is that he will not get that family aspect, because those people are freaking robot. They have no feelings. They train them from young till adult age. It will take a freaking miracle to make these people be somewhat human. The only chance that we have, hopefully the other side of the family, which is the Middleton, will put some sentimental kind of human implanted into those kids. Otherwise, they're gonna be like robot as well. Okay, or perhaps Diana will work her magic in heaven to put human feelings into those kids, because right now they're just training them to be like a robot. What was it? Was it during the funeral where they were walking? I think Charlotte or something. One of them was crying, and then the side hoe was telling the kid like she misbehaved. I didn't share that because I just thought this was just kids being kids. Okay. But the reason I'm mentioning it here, because that little girl was showing feeling. When it comes to feeling, that's human emotion. Okay, I spoke about it on my last video. Human emotion. The side hoe was upset, telling that the kid was not behaving. What the F? The kid, as a matter of fact, the kid should not even be in that funeral. And then to make her walk that long path. Okay, that long procession. Alright, so that's the thing. They don't have any role model in the institution to actually show those kids human emotion. So if these kids need to have some sort of human emotion, I hope the moms bring them to her mom's side of the family to show emotion. Alright, to teach them how to be human. Like I said, or Princess Diana do the other thing. Okay, so let's finish listen to this. Okay, so he said no, he's not going back as a working member of the royal family.
Explosive new memoir coming out. What's inside? His revealing interview with Anderson Cooper. All new 60 Minutes Sunday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Okay, so that's that. Let's read some of the comments. Okay, homeboy didn't even blink. It's giving very much hard no. Go argue with a poll. Okay, Iris, can you record the ITV broadcast so those of us outside of the UK can watch it later? I see if I can find a link or something, but I don't think I can. Alright, I think okay, let's read what's there, but I think I mentioned in one of my videos already. Okay, let's hope this clip keeps some squaddies quiet until Sunday. I have seen some tweet that also disappointing. Okay, good King Harry. That's what I'm Okay, that's what I want to hear. There's that. I think this one was saying, if you know, let's listen. 5 seconds.
And of course, with that growing family, your prospects of becoming king reduced, don't they?
Great.
And of course, with that growing family.
And this is so sad, where he made a pact with the brother to not, you know, backstab each other, you know, when they grow up, because they understand the aspect of the tabloid, but the brother went and backstabbed him. That was very sad. This is somebody you cannot be trusted. The same way as Charles. Okay, then he said the other one, the side hole, was just a friend. Okay, I'm thinking of, what's that guy? Something Marky. They say she's just a friend. That one. And then next thing you know is the Queen concert. And then what is it? They told the Queen to approve. Well, that's my interpretation of it, that the Queen approved for her to be Queen consort. And then as soon as the Queen died, there was something that were put out. It's in one of my videos, telling the papers they should call her Queen. I'm like, what the F? What is it? Prince Philip, who's a blood prince, they didn't even call him king. So what decide who's gonna, you know what? Let's move on. All right, next week. Quote, the royal family is so hurt that Prince Harry could write this book. Okay, I'm sure they're not as hurt as when he was forced to walk behind his mom's coffin as a child, or when his wife was bullied mercilessly whilst pregnant and suicidal. But okay. All right, let's see here. Yeah, they were saying some nonsense about this thing. The royal family has no real power anymore. It is just imaginary and symbolism. Accordingly, they repeatedly make choices to protect the image even over the well-being of its family members. The press is a willing partner in this. Okay, Diana and now Harry and Meghan broke the cycle. Good for them. Okay, there was another son of Diana walking behind that coffin, and he was 15, and also his mother's confidant at 15. But guess what? Okay, that person you're talking about called his mother paranoid.
Lied and used fake documents to obtain the interview with my mother. Made lurid and false claims about the royal family, which played on her fears and fueled paranoia.
Okay, he should have known. He should have known better. Let's be commenting. Okay. Non-stop him from speaking out. Oh, I forgot, he is being rewarded for his silence. He gets to be king. That is enough reward for his pain. Nobody stopping Will from claiming that legacy or picking up his mother's mantle or decency except William. He chose to carry his father's torch instead, worrying around and backstabbing family members. All right, let's read what's on the screen. All right, I'm telling you, the squad are good. They're coming after anybody who's saying that nonsense. Okay, they've not even begun to feel a fraction of the hurt they caused him. Sensible people asked them to stop. They didn't listen. They thought they had the monopoly on his life. Yep, there's the rolling eye. Dear royal family, take a look in the mirror and confess what you've done. Okay, do they have a heart? But the thing is that, remember the video that I have, I think I call it the firm. They feel like, okay, my interpretation of their position is that whatever they want, they shall get. There's no if or but or whatever, because according to them, they are the chosen one. They are closer to God. So they will never see anything different, because what they want, Harry is not giving to them. So they will feel like Harry is the one who's doing the bad thing. In order for the royal family, okay, who have that crazy mentality, to understand the pain that Harry's going through, is for the thing to be reversed. Okay, to feel Harry's pain, where people is bashing him the same way they were okay to tell nonsense to the tabloid to bash Harry. All right, so once that is reversed, I don't know. I don't think they will understand. They will so focus on their hurt, their feelings, that they won't even understand anything else. Right? They probably will say why people are doing this to me, why people are saying negative thing about me, because they never experienced 1 inch of anything negative, because they control what is being put out there. Like for instance, certain TV shows that's talking about them, they want to review it first in order before the public can view it, and then they will tell those people, okay, we don't like this part, so other people should not see it, remove it. Okay, I think even in the funeral, there were some parts in the funeral they tell people, I think was it ITV or BBC, one of those UK TV station, they told them to remove certain part. So they never really experienced the pushback when people see the reality, the true things that's happening. But instead, they want to paint a perfect picture for people to see them as. I hope I'm making sense of that. Once people really truly see and really criticize them for the exact nonsense that they are, the reality of their nonsense, perhaps they will understand the pain. But I'm not going to hold my breath for them to understand Harry and Meghan. It's not going to happen. They'll be focusing too much on their own feelings. Okay, that's that. Dear royal family, take a look in the mirror and confess what you've done. Do they have a heart? And this first, okay, do they have a heart in the first place? There's the thing. I keep on saying they're a freaking robot. Nah, I don't think they do. Okay, I'm loving your work, but for me, the word royals disgust me in this day and age. It's 2029. Okay. Already in 2023, and they're still clinging on to their golden taxpayers' carriages and gown. I'm not having it. Okay, the family who thought it was appropriate for a little boy to walk behind his mother's coffin through the street of London certainly doesn't have his best interests at heart. All right, what is it? They did that because Charles wants to be seen, as the good father. In order for them to be seen, okay, they drag the kids along. I don't know what these people is about, what they get out of being to be cheered for. I don't know the nonsense in their head. Prince next street. Prince Harry looked at his hot wife and his current bank balance and said he ain't never going back to that royal ghetto. Okay, I know they are butthurt by that. Okay. Prince Harry looked at his hot wife and his current bank balance and said he ain't never going back to that royal ghetto. I know they are butthurt by that. Okay, that's when he said he's not going back to be as a working royal. Whoever did not accept the half in and half out, it's like they pretty much give Harry his freedom in a golden plate, and Harry was like, okay, at least I try. Okay, the quickness with which he said no, the way he separate family and institution, you know what's up. That's fine. Royal Trailer Park. Okay, the things we've learned from the UK royal family, they're really the prestige that they were trying to put on the word royal. Okay, it's no longer there. As a matter of fact, it's infested with all sort of negativity, pedophilia, sex traffickers, all sort of negativity when you look into the royal family in terms of the word royal. All right, Royal Trailer Park. And then this is why they did not want Harry to use the word HRH, because they felt like that was reserved only for them. It's the prestige of it, but people seeing it for what it is. It's trash. All right. He also doesn't have to worry about the people kicking them out of public housing that is 100% supported by tax money. The monarchy is very worried about just that. Yep, I've said this before. When the people start running after you, and I use Prince Philip as a prime example of what could happen if you don't support the people. So when they get in your ass and say they don't need you, and most likely you probably will have to leave the country. Most likely will leave the country. So where are they gonna go? All right, so that's that. OMG, that is such an on point and brilliant description, because they are ghetto as F. All right, yep, they're gone and they are never going back. All right, there's that. Was that the day after their honeymoon or marriage or something like that? Meghan was really twisting that ass. The squad made fun of this. After this, I move on. Okay, and I'm glad all those evil abusing racists are really hurt by that clear cut no. Okay, especially that old house he used to live in. There's a laugh. He was living in a shack in England, for goodness sake. I still can't believe what a dump Nottingham Cottage is. For that alone, Harry should have left. Told them to take it easy and meant it. I ain't never coming back. Take it easy. All right, let's see here. Oh, so let me finish with it all. Okay, I can't see part of it. Absolutely no turning back. Okay, no, they wish them the best. It's Harry that that cannot let go. Well, I wish I don't think I bookmark it. What is it? There's a squad who listed all the time Harry spoke about. I think they list the Oprah interview. There was the Netflix, okay, which was shown for everybody to see, and now he's just promoting his book. So what I heard you guys been saying is for years now he has a chance to talk his side of the story. All right, next tweet. Now they want him quiet. Now I'm in the part where stay quiet part. All right, that's a video. Forget him. His children will grow up with no family on his wife's side. Okay, forget him. His children will grow up with no family on his wife's side or his. That's a terrible thing for children. And quote, Prince Harry has revealed he wants to rebuild his relationship with his family. I don't think that's the way he sort of saying it. Okay, Miss Osbourne believe the quote tide is turning and quote against the Sussexes in the UK. Okay, let's listen. I saw it, I bookmarked it, but I didn't listen to it. A minute and 45 seconds.
Generation that support them, and I think that older generations have definitely had it up to here with the whining, but the younger kids, you know, they support them definitely.
So
okay, that we know. The older people, there's another clip where one of the presenters were saying, what is it, the older people like Kate because she's mute.
One of the reasons Catherine is so popular amongst certain demographics, and I'm going to say older people and men, is because she says absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
She's a good little girl who keeps quiet and doesn't complain, doesn't do anything, doesn't rock the boat, and is a very traditional, old-fashioned mute woman.
I also think after the documentary Harry and Meghan went public on Netflix, is that some older people are starting to understand Harry and Meghan's side. So I came across a video where people share it on Twitter. I think it was a TikTok, but someone bought it on Twitter. But that her mother, who is I assume, okay, I think it's a royalist who's starting to understand Harry and Meghan's perspective. All right, so let me put it for you.
What was that, Mum? What did you just say?
I am beginning to see their side of it.
Whose side?
Harry and Meghan's.
So there was no other option at this point.
I've got that on camera.
Breaking news, this one out of London.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are officially moving on.
But we know majority, maybe there are some young people who don't like Harry and Meghan. I do not know. But the majority of young people support Harry and Meghan. Alright, so this, I think she got it right.
We were just waiting for her to come, and she came near me and asked my name and how my day was, how long I was waiting, and I asked her if I could have a hug, and she hugged me back. So that was just quite an amazing moment. I'm still shaking now. I can't really explain what the feeling was when she did it, but it was really nice.
Why did you feel like you wanted to hug her?
Because, I don't know, it just went through my mind, like everyone was kind of cheering me on to, and I guess I just felt like I needed to in a way. Like I just really wanted to at least hug her because I look up to her in some ways, and it just felt like it was the right thing to do.
Let's continue.
The tide is turning against Harry and Meghan.
With older people, yeah, it is. Because, I mean, it's just enough. You know what? You're absolutely right. All families argue. We all argue. There's nothing like a good old bust up with the family and then you get back together again. It's normal. But what isn't normal is it's for his children. Forget him. His children will grow up with no family.
Guess what? Believe me, the toxicity we see over there, full of pedophile and all of that, guess what? Thank God. Thank God, thank God, thank God the kids are not being raised over there. And then we already know the cycle of things. If those kids were raising over there, we know they were gonna use them as scapegoat for William's kids. Look how quickly William threw his brother under the bus. Can you imagine the nonsense that those kids will be going through? Thank God, thank God, thank God.
On his wife's side or his. Now, that's a terrible thing for
okay, but wait a second. Did she watch the Netflix? Doesn't, what is it? Meghan have connection with her niece from her father's side, the white side of the family, then she's watched that. Okay, maybe they didn't show everything. Maybe there are more family members that Meghan is also, is still in contact with, but they probably don't want to be in the public eye, knowing the nonsense that they spew. Okay, we already know the half sister, the half brother is definitely a no-no, because we see what they do. Why would you want this toxicity in your life? Okay, but we already know who's in Meghan's circle. And then let's not forget, okay, blood don't always make family. Look at the friends Meghan have. Oh my God, anybody who wish to have those type of friends around them. Look at when Meghan was in the UK, the nonsense that they were putting Meghan through, but they saw the sign. They didn't really need to, to talk to Meghan to see what was going on, and they took it upon themselves to make things public so people know there was something that's not right. I'm talking about the People magazine interview. Okay, we all see what friends Meghan have around her. Okay, and Harry with Nacho, oh my goodness, beautiful, just beautiful. So I think Harry and Meghan surround themselves with positivity, with like-minded people who don't like drama. Okay, they want to live life and enjoy each other's company. Thank God for that. But instead, the royal family, they have everything at their fingertip, but instead they rather live on backstabbing each other with stupidity. Oh, thank God, Harry knows, he grew up in that. But let's continue.
And there's a whole load of destruction of relationships along the way, isn't there?
Yeah,
I think
it's
I just
so
look at it.
ugly.
The more I see it, the more sad I become. Actually,
I mean, you're right, Chase. But of course, the media feasts on this royal feud.
Sure.
But at the heart of it, you're quite right. It's a really sad situation where a family is kind of disintegrated. Yes. But you have to look at the reason why the flames of this are constantly fanned. And
much of the negativity towards the couple is coming from within the royal family. The royal family and staff of the royal family are the ones that are very often leaking these stories to the press.
Do you not remember?
You have to look at the reason why the flames of this are constantly fanned.
And I suspect probably for the likes of someone like me that has covered the royals for the past sort of 15, 16 years, there will be points where it's going to feel pretty uncomfortable, because it's very obvious that Harry feels that there has been a sort of unwritten pact between the media and the palace, and that he has suffered as a result of it. Well,
do you not remember?
You have to look at the reason why the flames of this are constantly fanned.
And actually, it's Harry and Meghan's war on the press and the media.
That's
and
true.
as they say at the start of episode 1, they say so many books and shows and stories have been written about us. We wanted to have our own say. And remember, the purpose of the PR office at the royal family is to keep the royals in the press all the time. So you have to remember, when I work in newsrooms, it's a fact that every anti-Harry and Meghan story comes from Kensington Palace.
But you have to look at the reason why the flames of this are constantly fanned. And
it's a fact that every anti-Harry and Meghan story comes from Kensington Palace.
But why
and if it comes from Kensington Palace, why are they briefing against their own grand...
Do you not remember?
It is that Harry and Meghan, and I'm not trying to criticise them here, this is the path they've chosen, but it involves giving interviews to Oprah, it involves writing books. Meghan's going to write a book, the Netflix series, and that is never going to provide a foundation for any kind of reconciliation. And in the end, it's just very sad.
It's sad because you guys are not controlling them anymore. Because for like 6 years, you guys were mouthing non-stop about them. So they need to tell their side of the story. So history books will know the truth. Because you guys were painting them like the villain. Okay, too bad. It's the reason they are sad. Okay, not Harry. The institution, whoever in the UK who said, is because Harry and Meghan are controlling their narrative. Okay, they're telling people exactly who they are, what they are for, what they are about. You guys are not controlling it. You had full access of them, but instead you threw it under the gutter. You couldn't for 1 second write the truth about them. Every chance that you get, it's lie, lie, lie. So you push them to tell people this is what we are all about. So you guys are sad because you're not controlling it. That's all. Let's see here some of the comments. Okay, they have Eugenie and Beatrice and their families on Harry's side. Oh, I forgot about that. Beatrice hang out with them. Okay. And Dovia and Ashley, there's that, and her family and Meghan's side. What on earth is that woman babbling on about? That's more family than a lot of people have. Okay, hey Sharon, how's your relationship with your brother? Oh my God, the squad. I don't know anything. Okay, she has a brother, but okay. Hey Sharon, how's your relationship with your brother? The one that you're estranged from and compare you to Hitler. Oh my God. Okay, let's see here. Sharon Osbourne, a strange brother. David shoots down her claim. Her fat shame her as he compares the star to Hitler and the blistering clapback. Okay, I didn't know. When was that? Oh, that was back in 2020. All right, what's the next one? Sharon Osbourne's brother compare her to Hitler and slams fat shaming jab. All right, there's that. You guys could read that. Oh my God, the squad or something. You said something, they dig up your past. I didn't know about this. But okay, let's see. Let's read some comment. Whatever's there, that's it. Okay, I'd rather have my kids grow up around friends who love them than a family. Okay, this is the thing that I was saying. This is the squad. All right, Jodiva. Okay, who love them than a family who use them as tabloid father to protect those of higher ranks. Thank you. She said exactly what I was saying. Okay, when is Osbourne right about anything? She's a hack. Sharon's is certified such a loser. Okay, who on the heck is she? Another royal expert? The talk is full of nonentities. The children are better off away from people who abuse their parents. Harry is documenting it all, so one day the children too can see it for what it is. Sharon, you said you can't stand Americans and you're heading back to Britain. What are you still doing in Meghan's home state and country? Go home. Oh, really? Is she in the... Oh, yes. Wasn't the other day she was... They were filming something and then she was rushed to the hospital or something. So I guess she's better now. I completely forgot about that. Okay, all right, definitely after this, that's it. Apparently it's better to have children growing up watching their mother tormented to suicide. Just go and defrost your face and stop talking rubbish. Okay, I wanted to say something, but when she was talking, but I held my tongue. Because I don't want karma to be knocking at my door. Next tweet. I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna go into that. All right. Yes, please. I'm looking at you, Richard Fitzwilliam, and Camilla Tomney is a liar. How does someone who specializes in promoting exhibition of figurative art become a commentator? Dick, I'm officially a royal expert and royal commentator as of today. Check my bio. Okay, there's a response to this. Fitzwilliam needs to take his pompous butt somewhere and sit down. Amazing he has the nerve to try to advise and warn after being caught lying about the Oprah interview before it even happened. Okay, let's go into that. Okay, the media literally cover Prince Harry and Meghan Markle 24/7, but now the media tell them to keep quiet. Make it make sense. This is the thing that I was saying. The Express wrote 50 articles in 24 hours attacking Meghan. This thread shows how they operate when it comes to Harry and Meghan. But now they want them quiet. There's that. Okay, I'm not gonna go into that. There's no way I'm gonna read all of that. Okay, and the strange thing is that they almost never talk about their philanthropic work. It's always gossip for inside sources, 24/7 gossip. Okay, press relationship with Harry and Meghan is like an abusive marriage. The abuser bullies and torments their spouse, and the spouse is expected to be quiet. The more the spouse talk, the worse the abuse get. Bullies do not like it when their victim talk. Okay, when Harry and Meghan are silent or out of public eye, like they were most of the time from May 2019 to April 2020, the media still badgered them with 250,000 articles. This was during the height of the scrutiny on Andrew from the US, at least UK media ignore. I think I shared this tweet in another video, so after this I'm gonna move on. Okay, Markle legal team says she endured hundreds of thousands of inaccurate articles about her. This is why they have to tell the truth. They're literally pushing them to tell the truth, because when they were in the UK media, okay, had access to them. Instead of writing the truth, they were more than happy to tell lies in order to boost the other one. So now they have to tell the truth, okay, their side of the story. Okay, and they weren't exaggerating. There were 246,525 articles written about Markle between May 2019 and April 2020, according to digital PR agency Bank. All right, let's go to the next tweet. All right, I'm done with this.
For me, it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And you know, for all of us, all we want to do is be able to carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps having a distorted view.